What's going on, everyone? It's the Great White Stoke coming from the Great West Coast. You know, I interface with younger people. I have some acquaintances that are in their later 20s and in their 30s. And as you're talking with them, you start to notice the despair that they are experiencing. Not so much from immigrants per se, but from heritage Americans who are starting to interface with a system that has turned its back on them culturally, socially, economically, structurally. And, you know, all I can really do is be there and support them in their hour of despair and lend a sympathetic ear. And you start to see it, or I should say, you start to see a familiar trend, and that is the meritocracy has been totally thrown out the window. And what these young heritage Americans, both male and female, are experiencing is that the system has become a system of extraction, exploitation, and trying to get ahead, so to speak, is nothing but a Baphomet humiliation ritual. And, you know, when you consult these laughable tech bro, limp-wristed, eunuch-neutered AI models, the AI will try to argue that, no, like, there's no, DEI policies are, you know, they're just there to represent, you know, the marginalized communities. But when it's heritage Americans that are the minority and the marginalized community, you very much realize there is a large conspiracy to put down heritage Americans and target heritage Americans. And one of the things that was interesting was that this AI model was saying that, oh, you know, white men and white women just have to level up. But it doesn't matter how much a heritage American levels up, because the meritocracy doesn't exist. And you can test higher on scores, do more work, be more prepared, show up on time, but you've got hurdles placed before you, and you've got people in the hiring positions, in the places where decisions are made, who are anti-heritage American, that these poor young folk are just never going to get ahead. And then they have to contend with the fucking boomers who are saying, well, it's because you buy coffee that you don't have a house. Seriously, the boomers need to fuck off and die already. And it can't happen fucking fast enough. Now, I know people out there, you know, probably know maybe one boomer who's not a complete asshole. You know, they may have a good relationship with their grandparents. But for the most part, the majority of fucking boomers need to fucking get scooted off this fucking rock. They are hoarding, clinging, Saturnists who think that feeding on the children so that they can have a fucking pension is somehow honorable. They're not. And I just feel sorry for these kids who are being told to go to school, go to college, rack up massive amounts of debt that you're never going to pay back to these fucking Jewish institutions, and being told to fucking suck it up and be proud to be a fucking American. Be proud of a country and a government who has fucking thrown you overboard so that Pajeets and other POCs can come flooding in and thus target you. Right? So we just had like this July 4th rah 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 and the obligatory World Cup, right, where we're being sold stories by the monopolized media that, oh man, Europeans and, you know, everyone across the water, oh, they really do love this country because look at the food selection and the portions. Everyone's so nice. You got to be proud of your country, man, because considering everything else, right, it's still the best country in the world. I mean, you know, we'll go endure 20-year wars where you can send your children to die for Baphomet and Jewish interests. But it's still pretty good because you could go to the Walmart and get 20 different kinds of salsa or mac and cheese, or just look at all the chips and their flavor selections. Man, this is the best country, man. Because, like, you know, you can, like, drive places and go places after you've gotten your license and pay your registration every fucking year that keeps going up. Doesn't matter that you're going to be a fucking renter the rest of your life. No. That's strictly your fault because you don't want to go into debt or can't go into debt for a $400,000 house that some boomer bought for fucking 2 raisins and a nickel. Right? I can feel the despair when I speak with these younger people. And it's not honorable in any sense of the term. It's not due to a lack of trying on their part. It's this boomer mentality of, fuck you, I got mine, and now I'm going to pull up the ladder and matacos. It's fucking deplorable. And anybody that says otherwise is fucking full of shit. And really, I think the only fucking answer going forward, if this is a video game, if this is all a fucking simulation, right, that we're talking about, is pure fucking violence. We need to start fucking blasting fucking people, Luigi Mangione style. And we need to target fucking overpaid, psychopathic, sociopathic CEOs, executives, general managers, and supervisors, and then start working our way into these fucking geriatric politicians, and including their families, and then essentially, you know, local and state geriatric politicians, and anyone that would somehow try to continue to support this fucking Baphomet humiliation ritual based on extraction and exploitation. Well, that's all I got this morning. I hope you guys are doing well and taking care of your pancreas and thyroid. Ciao for now.